Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is about that time. It is time to Tony. What an episode do we have for you guys. I love this episode very much because it is with my good friend, Mr. Michael Good. Let me give you a little context to this episode. So Michael had just got the news that he is performing at Madison Square Garden. When we first recorded this episode, we did not know that he was going to be performing at Madison Square Garden for Kill Tony. And we recorded the episode in a drive. We were driving home from Greenville, Texas, from some terrible gig we were doing. Me and Michael were both kind of depressed for our own reasons, and then following day, 2 days later, he gets pulled up on Kill Tony, and he gets the news that he's going to be performing at Madison Square Garden. And then you'll hear me doing, the introduction with him, talking about it with him. Then, the morning after, I have to go to work and stuff. But I just think it's incredible, the dichotomy of this, these two recordings. It's me and him you can't tell as much, but we're both kind of depressed. We've been through a lot. Maybe we're not talking about it as much in these episodes. We're talking about the past. Michael's a very old friend of mine, one of my oldest friends in comedy. He's the first guy I ever did my first podcast ever was his podcast, the Morning Good podcast. And Michael Good is performing at Madison Square Garden now. Can you believe it, folks? I get chills thinking about it. I love Michael Good very, very much. He's one of the best characters that I've ever met in this world. What can I say about him? I don't want to share too much of his information, but go watch his Kill Tony episode. He'll tell you everything he's doing. He's a man that it's a little poetic. His life is a little bit in shambles, but he also has it together though at the same time. But he's really chasing after this dream really hard, and he's pushing a lot of things to the side. Michael, if he would have gone the corporate route, he would be doing phenomenal right now. He would be having a fantastic job and probably be a great father and have wife and kids, but he's chasing to be a stand-up comedian, and buddy, is he going all for it. And we all are. And I love Michael very much. And Michael Good's going to Madison Square Garden. What can I say, folks? I just love it. I love from Greenville, Texas to Madison Square Garden. Enjoy the episode, folks. This is Time to Tony, and listen to Michael Good's podcast, Morning Good. Enjoy the episode. Kill Tony last night. Michael Good.
Are you going to clip us into the episode?
I think this might be the intro.
Yeah. Oh, this will be such a funny contrast.
Wait, were we talking shit about Kill Tony on the ride?
No.
Oh,
I think we were just like, we were just having such a negative time.
We really were having
we were in such a bad...
From Greenville, Texas to Madison Square Garden, Michael Good, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's none of it has hit me at all. I'm just like, this feels like a weird little thing that I'm kind of floating through. And it was like, the beginning of the day was so funny because I'm like, Mom, can I please borrow money to help make rent? I thought we'd get paid from this headliner gig, and I'm not going to get paid for 2 weeks. And she's like, you need to get a job. And I'm like, I know I'll be working by next Monday. And then she's like, I just... okay, I'm gonna have to secretly maybe have your sister Venmo you, and I give her money because like Dad is on my ass about credit cards right now and stuff. I'm like, yeah, no, I know. And then I crawled under that fence to get to the bus at the golf course. So I'm like trudging through the woods, and I was like, dude, it'd be sick if something cool happened today. I was having like a little fantasy about doing well at Kill Tony. I was like, don't get too. That's insane for you.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I was like, there's no fucking way. And then I had like a McRib sandwich from like Circle K. Oh, by the way, all this is still the same. Like next week, all this is going to be exactly the same. But but it's just a little more people will see me. And then, you and I was debating about doing a show. We're signing up for Kill Tony. And you're like, dude, sign up for Kill Tony. Like it could, you're like, I got a fuck ton of Instagram followers when I did it. And I was like, all right, yeah. And then I signed up, and I guess they don't. They don't know. I got on, and it's so funny when you walk in there. Like, first off, like that one guy's like, "Hey, do you want water?" And I was like, Yeah, I was like, my mouth is
Oh,
so.
Colt. Colt, the guy that pulls the ticket and runs you over.
Uh, not him. There's like another guy who's kind of standing there with like,
Yeah.
and I just drank a whole bottle of water because I was like, I went through a mix of being nervous and like giggly because I was like, this is crazy that this all happened. Because mentally, I was like, I almost didn't come by here, and then I'm cheering Steve-O, just like, I can't do a good Steve-O, but he's like, dude, I think you're like the guy before me, and I'm like, oh, Steve-O's on the judge panel, and then they had that like line on the floor. They had that for you where it's like an arrow,
Yes.
and then I'm just like looking at a picture of Sam Kinison. I was like, well, this would be fucking terrible if this sucked. And then I went on and had a good set, and then I think I got more relaxed when I heard Tim Butterly laughing. And then I was like, okay, so like, for some reason I cared more about the panel than the audience
Okay.
like liking me.
Was the audience laughing too?
Yes, they got a little uncomfortable because I started the joke, but I had a good hole out of I have the joke about I had to go to a baby funeral, and they were like even his audience was like, and I was
Really?
like, don't worry, I'll make it silly. That's
Yeah.
just kind of like the little like save line I
That's
had.
your little levity line.
Yeah, and then like it was just so funny too because I wasn't thinking at all about the millions of people watching online. I was kind of like, let me just do this bit for this. I thought of it just kind of like I was doing like like Banana Phone or something,
yeah.
where I was like, all right, and then I did the 2 jokes, and then yeah, he was just like, where have you been? And I was like, I live in New York, like all this stuff, and I was like, I shouted out New York Comedy Club and Grizzly Pear.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I was
Hell
like,
yeah,
yeah,
dude.
that's
Shouts out.
yeah. And then he's like, I ended up talking about studying to become a UFO investigator, selling plasma, selling feet pics. And yeah, and then obviously I told you I was like, I told them that they were like, are your parents supportive? And well, I actually weaved in the joke about growing up rich.
Yes.
And that kind of worked out. That did well. I was like,
Okay.
yeah, I was getting my dick sucked in my dad's Range Rover, and like now I sell plasma. Like, I feel like a washed up Disney Channel star. They were like laughing at that. And then Tony had a funny line where he was just like, he had some joke about like, that's why I'm here. Because like he's like,
Did he say that to you too?
yeah, he's like, your parents aren't supportive. You get here. You keep borrowing money from your parents over there. Like kind of like,
Oh, really?
yeah. And I was like, well, it's funny when you're up there too, because you're just like, I felt like I was like a child beauty pageant, and I was like wearing a tiara and just being like, I'm just like grinning and like,
It is the nerves hit you. I kept doing this nervous tick where I was like rubbing my hands together.
dude, my nerve is. I think I told you my thing was like to ground myself instead of like hold. Maybe I did hold mic stand. I don't really remember. So
Yeah.
it feels very dreamlike. Like
Yeah.
you kind of just pop through. I was just staring at like the tattooed wiener on Steve-O's face, and I was like,
Yes.
that's what I'll focus on. Is that point right there? But it was funny too because they got really into like fuck your dad for not being supportive. I was like, no, he's a cool guy.
He's a great guy, yeah.
Yeah, Tim Butterly's like, fuck that guy.
Oh, Mr. Good.
You're gonna fucking make it. Yeah, I was like that meant it more than the next thing that happened. Because did I say that? Yeah. So basically, he's like, what is the biggest venue you can imagine performing at? I was like a comedy club. Like in my mind, I was like in New York. He's like in New York. What's the best? I thought he meant like what's the biggest venue I performed at. And then I was like a comedy. I think I'm not sure if I said like a comedy club. He goes, no. What is the biggest venue you'd like to perform at? I'm like, I mean, Madison Square Garden would be crazy. He goes, you're gonna do Madison Square Garden. I was like, fuck,
Dude, that's so sick, Michael. I just love that. This is gonna be the intro of the pod. Michael's currently laying in my bed. It's 8:30 in the morning. He's leaving today at 6 p.m. I have to go to work, but he woke me up at 3:30 in the morning to tell me he got pulled on Kill Tony, and I just love that. I love the change from punching the steering wheel on the way to a gig in Greenville, Texas, kind of driving back sad, after waking up in our Motel 8, to now you're doing Madison Square Garden. Life has a way of working itself out. That's very funny.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we talked about the other Michael Good on this podcast.
We did. Did they bring up the other Michael Good?
No, but I had to tell him that when I was like getting off stage. I was like, he's like, what's your Instagram? I was like, there's 2 Michael Goods. Just a heads up. Like, I double checked my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, that would suck if that guy got my
Spencer Forming is calling you.
Okay.
Fromang.
Fromang.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
later.
Yeah, I don't have time.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Kind of a big deal now, buddy.
Yeah. Let me
Well,
just
dude.
text to be like, I'll call you and.
I got to get to work.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, I love you, buddy. I'm happy for you. Very
I'm not
happy.
gonna see you. What time you get back?
I get back too late because I'm working in San Antonio tonight.
Dude, well, fucking Jesus Christ! None of this. First off, I wouldn't have done Kill Tony if it was like it was like a big opportunity. But in my mind, I was like, well, it's such a slim chance. It's not worth my time. And you're like, no, dude, go sign up.
Yeah, if it does pop, it'll work great for you.
I just didn't like in my mind. I was like, either become a golden ticket winner or nothing happens. I didn't think about like.
No, I mean there could still be some good in between. I think.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, this is.
There's gonna be some new listeners listening to the Morning Good for sure.
Yeah, I'm happy too because I'm like, by the time, how far in advance is it?
3 weeks in advance.
I was like, this could be a lot to explain to my landlord. I'm like, no, dude, like, have you heard of Kill Tony? I'm gonna do MSG. He's like, what are you talking about, Pete?
Well, MSG won't be from like a month from now.
No, I know. That's why
Yeah.
I'm just jokingly me trying to explain
Oh,
everything to
yeah,
my
yeah.
landlord. He's like, I don't know who Kill Tony is. I don't know who Steve-O is.
Right.
I don't know who Tim Butterly is.
Damn, buddy. Well, we did it, brother. Or you did it.
Well, no, we did.
We did it.
You fucking, we
We
did
did
it,
it.
bro. You fucking told me to do it. I was like,
Michael Good, Madison Square Garden. Here we go.
yeah. Well, somebody brought up a great point. They're like, dude, there's people who've been doing comedy for 20 years and they're great at comedy and they're never going to get to perform.
I know,
Madison
it's so
Square
sick. You're
Garden.
going to be doing Madison Square
I'm
Garden.
like this, and I like it better because first time I signed up for Kill Tony's Madison Square Garden. I'm like, it's way better that I've done it.
Full circle moment, dude.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm happy I got chosen to do Madison. Like, it was
I
not
know.
like,
Yeah.
he's like, no, you're funny enough to do Madison Square Garden. I'm like,
Dude.
I'm like, that's a fucking great.
From Landon Winery in Greenville, Texas to Madison Square Garden. That lesbian in the front row would have had no idea.
She would have had no idea.
She don't know that she was watching a star perform. That's sick.
Yeah, dude. I love the way you're gonna chop this up. This is so much funnier.
Love you, buddy. I gotta get
I
to
love
work.
you too.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. It is time to Tony. This is a podcast on the road. Once again, we're always on the road with this podcast, but this is coming to you live from Greenville, Texas. Me and Mr. Michael Good did a gig in a small northern Texas town close to the Oklahoma border. A little bit, probably about, 40 minutes north of Dallas in a small town called Greenville, Texas. We were doing a winery, Landon Winery. Everyone in the audience was about 65. There was 2 lesbians, and one of the lesbians was a highway sheriff, and then her girlfriend started to throw up in the trash can after the show. It was a real good time, man. We stayed in a Motel 8. They got us a Motel 8 to stay in. So I'm sitting in the Motel 8 parking lot right now, waiting for Michael to finish up his shower. I got me my McDonald's black coffee. So we're gonna pod with you a little bit on the way back home. Tell you some stories. We had some stories on the way up here. I'll tell you that. I'll let Michael explain some of it, but he was having a little bit of a meltdown. I will say that. A little bit of a meltdown he was having. I love Mr. Michael Good, though. He's one of my oldest friends in comedy. I met him, goodness gracious, 6 years ago. He was the first person I ever did a podcast with. He has a fantastic show called The Morning Good, and I was like his 6th guest or something, which is crazy because he's had like 400 guests on now. And he lives in New York City, but we're both from Orlando, Florida. It's just amazing how the world takes you places in comedy. You know, you always meet back up with your old pals on the road somewhere. And me and Michael do these gigs, I don't know, every once in a while. There's these gigs that he gets from these guys, from this guy. I was about to name him, but Michael's coming down right now. I'll let Michael explain some of these gigs are just terrible gigs, but this is the introduction. Usually I pre-record an introduction, but not this time. I'm doing it live right here on the spot. It just does. All right, we're going now. Mr. Michael Good, how was the shower, buddy?
What'd you say?
I said, how was your shower?
Oh, my shower was great. I did crank one out.
Did you?
Yeah, you don't got a lot of pornography down here, so I just looked up vintage hairy bushes. So I was just jacking off to like old. There were some black and white ones that's not as much my speed, but like a 70s lady with like big hair, like
Really?
80s lady.
Are you serious? You really were?
I'm dead serious.
Wow. I should probably turn off the music.
Yeah, I can't be like driving around with fucking. You saw how I was yesterday when I didn't crank hog. I was a monster, dude.
Well, I prefaced, there was a little bit of an introduction before you hopped in the car. I was speaking to them, and I told them we were going to tell them some about our journey. They know that we're in Greenville, Texas. We're headed home to Austin right now.
Great place, by the way. Everybody's brain has zero diarrhea in it, and a lot of.
What are with these gigs, man? Because we've done like what, 4 or 5 of these gigs now.
Yeah. I think this is our 4th one.
They're all
together.
the same, and they're the same people, just different name in different places. It's like, holy God, which.
Dude, if you did like a lineup of some of the old guys, I couldn't tell. Like, I guarantee we'd find an exact match. Like, we'd
They're
find
the same people in every single little city.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Even in like from the one we did in Florida to the one now, I mean, being in Texas, it's like the same exact people.
Oh yeah.
What was that one we did in Florida?
We did a VA hall,
We did the VA hall,
which was crazy.
that
dude.
was insane.
That fat guy was hilarious. We walk up and we're like, "Hey, how many tickets are sold?" He goes, "I was a first responder on 9/11. Nothing gets past me." And we're like, "Oh, okay."
That was, yes, that's right.
Yeah, we're like,
You-
Thank you for your service." So are we talking like 30 or 40? And he goes, "See where you're standing? I've been that close to Ronald Reagan. Secret Service, 10 years." We're like,
I forgot about that,
Okay.
bro. He was talking about he didn't say first responder on 9/11. He said he was in the CIA.
yeah, he
worked
had to
in
be
the
like the 300th responder. That guy was fat as shit.
This
dude.
guy was like every bit of 350 pounds and was just talking up a huge game.
Yeah.
And it's all because he brought up how many tickets were sold.
Yeah.
I forgot about that, bro.
That
Oh.
always is funny because it is like, I don't know, like, it depends on what you did. Like, just the thank you for your service stuff gets kind of awkward because I'm like, no, I think it is brave to do a lot of things, but I'm also like, I don't know what you did. You could have like just shot like an Iraqi baby in the face. Like, I don't know exactly what you served.
Yeah, and I mean, most people probably don't even do that. Most people just sit and jerk off inside of their bunkers or whatever, their
Yeah, you could
barracks.
have drone striked a Yemen wedding. You know what I mean? Just by sitting there. It's like,
I think that's a lot more than what most guys do in the military.
yeah, well, you just don't know. So it's like, it's funny to be like, thank you for your strike. I have no idea.
Yeah, they're reaching, To me, I think the most part why most guys go into the military is just because they want to get pussy or they're just lost in life.
Yeah, or they want somebody to have sex with their girlfriend while they're away.
Yeah, which this is, that. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your wife while
Yeah.
you're out of town. It's so funny,
Thank
too.
you, sir.
Because there are certain things I will joke about on a podcast. And what I definitely get nervous about is the military and gangs. Because I'm like, what? Some guy's going to hear this and just fucking.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I could talk about that. I went to the recruiter 3 times, so I'm 25%.
Yeah, dude,
I'm like,
thank you for your service.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, if it wasn't for me, one of my best friends would have never gone into the Marine Corps and would have gone to Cabal.
and he'd still be here right now.
No, he's with us still.
Oh, okay.
But pieces of him are in Cabal for sure. Pieces of his soul are left over there.
Oh, I thought you were saying he jumped on a mortar or something. like that.
No. He lost his mind in Cabal when there was that turmoil going on with the military pulling out. He saw a lot of bad stuff.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, it's brutal. Yeah. Well, that's also why I don't. We have different opinions on war. But I think that by the way, mine are not educated opinions or anything. I'm just I kind of feel like this. I've never there's not a lot of politics I strongly argue against people because I'm yeah, I don't know. You just kind of think that way. But
Yeah, well, I don't know. I try to stay out of the stuff that's not. To me, people try to paint it like it's so black and white. To me, it's not that black and white. It's much more complex than that. And for me to sit here and pretend like I know exactly what I'm talking about, I really don't. I don't pay attention to it.
yeah, I read Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and I don't think I've read a book outside of that. So it's there's no way just from podcasts I know all the information. 'Cause
Right.
I feel like if you're a really smart guy, you're writing a book about something.
Yeah, there's a lot of wannabe smart guys out here. I will say that.
Yeah.
I always say the smartest thing about me is I realize how stupid I am, and I'd rather let another individual speak on topics that I don't know anything about.
Isn't there some quote about that some philosopher had? He's
A wise man knows himself is a fool.
yeah.
A
Who's
fool
that?
knows himself as a wise man. I don't know who that is, but yeah, it's just an old quote.
Yeah, that's some street knowledge right there.
Yeah, let me drop a little street knowledge.
Bro, you gotta give respect to get respect. Yeah.
Your Honor.
That's just a different podcast. Go ahead, listen to Come Town episode.
Your Honor, I'm going to kill this bitch if you convict this man.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill a bitch if
You
you...
convict this man, I'm gonna
kill a
bitch.
bitch. That's on you.
That's on you. Wait, I don't quite get people love Buc-ee's. I went in once, and I like dumb shit. I'm not like I like Times Square. I like theme parks.
We're
Coney
passing the
Island.
Rose City Buc-ee's. It's spelled crazy, too. Royce City.
Are you sure it was the people there? Was it, or what smelled in there?
What's that?
What smelled like the Buc-ee smell bad or the?
Which Buc-ee smell bad?
You said it smelled bad.
No, I didn't say that. I was saying we're passing the Royce City Buc-ee's.
Bro, they got bomb shelters. Visit Atlas Bomb Shelters.
Oh, that's pretty sick. Well, you don't like a Buc-ee?
I think it's okay.
It fucking rules, if you ask me. It's huge. It's
The barbecue there is pretty good. I
Well-
went to Farson one time. It was pretty tasty.
the barbecue's pretty good. It's a little pricey, but the one thing that Buc-ee's really excels on is if you're like for me with construction, I travel a lot, and it's incredible to have like restrooms that are always open, always clean, like, and private stalls. Like these are like stalls that are like the partitions are completely enclosed, so you have it all to yourself.
It probably keeps some of the smell in too, right?
Well, dude, they have people cleaning like round the clock. It's some of the
Yeah.
cleanest restrooms you've ever been to. The gas, like, there's never not a pump for you. I mean, there's every bit of. I think there's 400 pumps on a Buc-ee's gas station.
Oh, it's great.
I mean, and they sell everything under the sun. Like,
it's like furniture in there, I think.
they sell furniture. Absolutely. I mean, if you need anything on the road, Buc-ee's has got it. I wouldn't be
What about
surprised
a
if
3-prong cable?
a 3-prong cable. I'm glad you brought that up. So me and Michael. Well, so I forgot the prong. Do you want to explain the?
Yeah, it was super reasonable. I only asked him like 12 times.
No, you asked me 2 times.
I said, "You sure got everything? Got all the cords?" And you're like, "Yep." And,
So for these gigs, we're supposed to bring our own PA system, which I've never bring my own PA system for gigs.
yeah,
It's a little out of my element. I've been a little stuck in my own head and feeling my own woes. And yes, I forgot this power cord that powers the PA system. Pretty important because it's the only thing that will amplify these fucking microphones.
yeah.
So
the thing that
it's
plugs into the wall.
it's essentially this PA is useless without this 3-prong. And we're, I don't know, 40 minutes from the gig, and then I realized I didn't bring the 3-prong. And then
we're running late.
And we're running late. And then Michael, go ahead, continue what let him explain what you did.
Oh, I just completely lost my mind. I started yelling, and I was like, "Fuck!" Oh! I like almost started like punching my own arm. I was like furious. I was freaking out. I think I definitely said some bad words. I think I called nothing a faggot. I was just like, "Oh, fucking faggot." So there was like a car. I was like, "God, fucking get my fucking way. That car should get AIDS." I was just saying crazy. Like I was like an Xbox Live teenager. I was just like saying terrible things.
Yeah, you were having definitely a meltdown for sure.
I was like, I need this money for rent. I'm so fucked. And then, dude, the Toadie's like looking up where to get one, and they don't sell it by itself anywhere. So we swing by Best Buy, and Tony just walks by a display computer that's just displaying some Mac, and then he just steals it. And then we just walk out. And the second you plugged it into the thing, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I was so nervous. I was like, so we'll drop this off tomorrow, right? And you're like, no. I was like, I don't know. I thought we just come
Fuck
back
no.
and just throw it.
Who cares? We're not dropping that off. No, well, that was a lot of my plan. As soon as I saw all the hotels we were passing by, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna steal one from like a hotel lobby computer or something or anything. But yeah, this has happened to me before where I've been looking for that outlet. Walmart sells them, but they sell them online. Everywhere sells them online, but they don't just sell them in the store. They sell them probably with a monitor. So, but you got to have hope sometimes. I really believed in it. And I will say, that freak out, it kind of dragged me out of my own brain a little bit. It helped me a lot. I was feeling very depressed. I was feeling down. And watching you punch the steering wheel and scream, it was kind of like, it was weirdly calming for me. I can't explain it, but it felt really good, honestly.
Well, sometimes when somebody else is going through something, it gets you. You have to take yourself out of your own brain.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes if you're like in fight or flight mode, which is probably a little different, but like when something crazy happens, you kind of just get distracted from the things that are stressing you out. So like sometimes like like an external stress can actually be good because you're like
It was a good experience for me. It felt good. I felt like it reminded me who I was a little bit. I'm like, oh, I'm a survivor. This is what I do. In dire situations, I find a way and a solution.
That's what I thought when I found out you didn't forget the cord. I was like, that's one thing I learned about Tony. I definitely wasn't like, no, I wasn't like that pissed at you because I was also like, you already forgot it. So it's not like
There's nothing we could do. Yeah, there's no going back.
It's not like we were like on a boat and you're like throwing like the maps out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like, oh yeah, there's no continuing to do it's an unintentional mistake. So I was like, yeah, there'd be no reason to be mad at him right now. It's like I've forgotten things all the fucking time.
Which I'll tell you this, buddy. I'll never probably forget one ever again. I'll go, make sure you have because last time I forgot the instrument cable. I'm just not used to.
Dude, it's fine.
I know. I feel bad. A part of me is like, because I want to be less of a mess. So I'm like.
Yeah, but I'm the same way, dude. I've like shown up to work before and like just forgotten like the most crucial thing.
Right.
Like a laptop charger or something like that. Like I do all kinds of shit where I'm like.
I've gotten better in my years for sure.
Yeah, I've never fully lost my wallet falls out of my pocket all the time. Just like at a bar and somebody's like, oh, or when I'm walking, somebody's like, you literally just dropped your wallet like a block back.
Something I do that's really bad that I stopped doing is I would always like I don't like having my wallet on me, so I'll take it out and I'll put it on the table like it's a gun, and I just will sometimes walk away and bounce away, and people be like, your wallet's on the table. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Oh, speaking of guns, I almost shot myself in the face the other day.
Oh, with that little gun in the house.
Yeah, so it's like the first night I'm here, there's like a pipe on the table, and I was like, hey, whose weed is this? And I'm like, oh, whatever. And I'm like, okay, and I'm going to light the bowl. And I see what I think is a gas station torch lighter because it's like a tiny little gun.
It does sure look like that.
It looked too small to be a real gun. So I'm just like pointing this thing in my face and pulling the trigger. Like I'm literally like trying to light it like it's a. And the captain just goes, "Oh, dude, that's a gun." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, this is like a little 2-shot revolver, not revolver. I think it's called a Dellinger or something. A Dellinger."
Yeah, it's a little 22 pistol, which you may have not killed yourself, but you would have harmed yourself for sure.
I mean, I don't know, dude. It was directly pointed at my face while I was pulling the trigger. Yeah, dude. I was just trying to light it. I mean, to be fair, I guess I was kind of lighting it from the side, but then I was kind of like angling a little more, dude. Yeah, I could have easily died.
Another reason why guns are probably
awesome.
Not that good.
There was a shooting in Austin today, and I'm still like a little. Whenever there's a shooting, there's like a piece of me that's like, hey, maybe, but then I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Like I'm pretty pro gun because I'm like,
they're sick.
Yeah. Because I'm an American. No, I just like fucking, I don't know, I'm like genie's out of the bottle a little bit with it.
Well, there's no going back now. If you take the guns away in America, the uproar that will cause in this country will be, I mean, start a civil war. It's over.
Yeah, well, when people act like, there's always that argument, people are like, oh, okay, well, like, you don't think the government could, like, get rid of us immediately? I'm like,
no.
It's like if they could, which I think they probably could, do it pretty fast. They still don't want to do that. It's still like, look, if you have like a gun and another guy has a knife, that doesn't mean, you know what I mean? Like that's like, they don't want to have to shoot people and kill people.
Listen, if that happened, I would buy a gun because honestly, I'd feel like something was on the horizon of like that. If anytime that's where I want to own a gun. I don't want to. The shit that's going on in America. Why would I? The liberals should buy the most guns. You know, the stuff that's going on with Trump and all that. You know, they say.
Well, I think COVID, they kind of changed their mind on that because you had that like little thing in Portland where all those dudes were walking around with guns. Like I think they were kind of like. I never hear a liberal talking about taking away guns aggressively anymore.
Oh, okay, really?
Yeah, they kind of just like gave up on it.
Well, no, we're too far down the road. I like the idea that we can defend ourselves against our government, even though if the government wanted to, they could fucking destroy us.
Yeah, it's like if you're stronger than a guy, you still don't necessarily want to fight him if he has arms. But like some guy with no arms, you can kind of just tell him what to do.
But I get it. Guns are. I mean, there's too much power that you could just pull a trigger and kill somebody. But
yeah, but I think in like other places too, they have like the people just start building bombs if they want to do like crazy shit.
True.
It seems to be like pretty easy to build a bomb.
Yeah, pretty easy.
No,
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think you could build like a pipe bomb with a bunch of nails in it, and then just kind of like. How would I build a bomb? I don't know. I mean, I'd look up how. I would look up how to build a bomb, but I think I would additionally like. If they were like, you have 24 hours to figure out how to build a bomb. I don't know, dude. I think I'd probably like. I guess I don't know how to build a bomb at all.
Well, I'm fucked because you Google how to build a bomb, and then it's like,
Yeah.
I
What I
want-
would do is I'd have a really long wick, like a firework thing,
uh-huh.
and then maybe just have like, I don't know, like a box that's filled with like gasoline and mortars and like.
Yeah, I probably would just
nails.
do like a hodgepodge of like weird things that, are flammable. That's probably I would honestly. That's a great idea. I would do a shitload of firecrackers in like a barrel of like gasoline, throw some nails.
Probably just bullets too, right? Because don't bullets,
bullets,
shoot?
yeah,
if, like,
bullet. I
if
would
they catch
just
on fire.
I would just do like a like, what's that big like in
Oh wait,
college?
but I guess if guns are out, then bullets are out, so you can't do bullets.
In college how they make like they mix like every single liquor, and then
Yeah,
they stir.
yeah.
What's that called?
Oh, like a fucking hunch punch? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, I would do like a hunch punch of every flammable thing and explosive I could think of, and just light it on fire.
Yeah. And I'd go exactly to this office building, 253. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah. Are we driving by that Best Buy? You sure you don't want to drop it off?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
And there was that cop lady at the show. It was like, meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, she said something corny to me. She was like, well, I don't arrest people that don't deserve it, that don't do the crime. They shouldn't have been doing it anyway. And I was like, all right, fuck you, lady.
Yeah, that's the biggest pussy I've ever been on stage, because I was just working for tips, basically, because I was like, I'm so broke right now that I was like,
You were saying that to them?
no, just mentally, I was like, yeah, whatever you guys want. Like, I don't normally go that hard into, like, whatever you guys want. I'm like, yeah, sure, this lady could talk, and then I just didn't care enough.
Well, some of those shows they're like town hall meetings, and it's like, yeah, it's like
that felt like a homeowners association.
Exactly. I never, because you were talking about bringing that spotlight. You're so right. If we shut off the lights in the room and just put the spotlight on us, it really does make it so much better.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the thing, too, with, like, most of those gigs, I still do all my shit. Like, I'll still do the joke about the baby funeral. I'll still, like, do all this kind of stuff. And now I'm just like, but I don't know why last night I was just like, whatever. I was just like, fucking.
Buddy, I get it. Those gigs are some of the worst gigs ever. Which I was telling the pod that you were one of my, I'd say you're one of my closest friends in one of my closest and earliest friends in stand-up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where did you start again? You started in Florida State?
Yeah, I started in Tallahassee. Well, I guess my first open mic was at Austin's Coffee.
No way. Me too. Okay.
Yeah. There's some people there that went on to be big. Eric Myers, R.I.P.
Preacher Lawson.
Cam
Cam Patterson.
was there.
Christoph.
Cam wasn't in my first one, but then.
Oh wait, Eric Myers was that your first one?
Yeah.
Really?
And I was like, that's what I have to compete with, because he was like a very well-known LA comic.
Oh, okay. He was just like in town for some reason.
Yeah, and he just did the open mic. I mean, it's filled with people, so it's like an audience.
Did he crush as the?
Yeah, it was insane. I was like, that's what I have to figure out how to like.
Yeah, because everyone would be like, he's like fucking insanely good.
Yeah, he had like a Hulu special, but I think he was definitely more like a no-name.
Yeah.
He was there. Christoph was there.
Christoph Jean, look him up.
Steve Byrne was there.
Steve Byrne was there?
He was there.
Shut up.
It was crazy.
Okay, for a second there, I believed you.
You had
Joe Rogan.
Chris Daughtry was doing stand-up at the time for some reason.
Chris Daughtry.
You had Chad Kroger from Nickelback was there.
Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers was there. Not Danny McBride. The literal character Kenny Powers was there. Yeah, it was. And then my first one, I got off stage and called my dad crying the next day. I was like, "This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I love stand-up comedy."
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was so into it immediately. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. Honestly.
Yeah. And then I went to Greenville last night, and I was like, "This is all a mistake." I'm kidding.
So how long ago was your first open mic?
8.5 years ago. May will be 9 years.
At the original Austin's Coffee. Have you been to the new Austin's Coffee yet?
No, what's it like?
It's not like the old one, buddy, but it's still pretty good.
There's not like teenagers who do heroin in there?
No, it's a little. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. You'll check it out the next time. It's right next to the Kava Cove, where's another place we used to do open mics at.
That's where all the heroin people are going to be.
God, Kava Cove. So, and then, where did you really cut your teeth doing stand-up? Was it in Florida State, or would you say it's in New York City?
I mean, I don't know. I would say like Florida State was just so different, because like Florida State was like, it was like a very I mean, this audience doesn't know me, but I would say I'm like a progressive guy for the most part. But
Yeah.
like, Florida State was like peak. Donald Trump just got elected president, and like those shows were very hard because it was like really uptight college kids. They were, like, I remember. I did like so many open mics where just the host would get on and be like, guys, do not talk about this or that or that. Don't make jokes about this. Don't do an accent unless it's like your people. There's like 1,000 rules, and then I left, and then like one of the people running shows made a whole post about not punching down. It was just all this kind of like wild things. And New York was like way different. New York was like, I don't know. It's so crazy because it was like I moved to New York when I was like 2 years into comedy. I still had a semester left of college. Because I went into like my advisor, and I was like, all right, so are we ready to get this degree in 4 months? And they were like, no, you're like, you dropped like 9 classes. So like you have a lot of school left. So I had to take a bunch of classes for screenwriting at Columbia, and then that like transferred, and then I took a class online. But that was really like, I remember my first like 6 months in New York before COVID, or I think it was 8 months. It was kind of crazy. It was like a way different comedy scene. It was like fucking like every open micer ran like a sick bar show because like reels weren't a thing. So everybody just wanted to be so good at stand-up, and they cared so much about like just getting good at stand-up and writing. And then now it's like very different. There still are people that are doing that, but like it's like way less. But yeah, I didn't get booked for like my first like 6 months in New York, and then eventually like you get on your friend's bar show. You're just doing open mics, and the open mics, they don't have any audience, so you're just performing for their comedians.
And you also have to pay money in most of New York.
Yeah, I'd pay like $75 a week to open mics. That's because there were 5, and I would do like around 20 of them.
Is it actually helpful or no?
Yeah, I think when you first start, just being on stage and having people look at you, and you're still writing new jokes, so you still are performing for an audience. Like comedians still are an audience; it's just a different kind of audience.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, oh, what's the point of getting up in front of comics? I'm like, well, it still is valuable. You're still getting feedback on whether something's funny or not. It's just a different kind of feedback where like certain things might work for a comedian crowd and certain things won't. But I've had plenty of jokes when I first started where I was like, oh, I completely built this joke performing for only comedians, and then I brought it to audiences, and it worked great because I had just like worked on it a bunch.
That is really cool, man. I will say that.
Really? Yeah, I'm kidding.
I'm flicking Michael off right now. And you started with, didn't you and Dan Carney start together?
Yeah, I moved to New York. That was one of the worst days because I visited New York before, so I took like screenwriting classes at like New York, NYU, and like that. For that summer, I didn't do internships or anything like that because I didn't really want like a real job. So like I did that. I mean, I applied to some. I was like, oh, I'd love to work at Cartoon Network or something like that. But I had like thought about moving to Atlanta first. I was like, maybe I'll go to Atlanta and then New York. But I was like, nah, let me just. When I visited, people were like, nah, just come straight to New York because it's just like you're gonna start from the bottom, and the next thing you know, you're gonna be a millionaire. But no, they were like, yeah, I didn't say that, but they're like, I'd rather start at the bottom of like, I mean, I would say it is the biggest stand-up comedy scene in the world is New York City. So I was like, yeah, no, I want to go here, and I moved there, and the first day was like terrible, dude. It's like I showed up, only person I knew was Dan Carney. My apartment was like so fucking small,
right?
And I drank a cup of coffee, and I'd visited before, so I stayed there for like a summer, but that was different than living there. When I lived there, I just had this full panic attack. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I can't believe I moved to New York. This is like a huge mistake. I do my first open mic, and then I just bomb, and I'm talking to Dan, and he's like, I think I just had a bunch of porn jokes, and Dan's like, yeah, man, if you want to get booked, you know, you kind of got to do different material than that. And then I remember it's just raining, and I'm just walking through the city, and I was like, wow, my one friend is being a dick to me here. Like,
how long has Dan been in New York since
he had been there for a year? So he was a year older than me, or a school year older. So he like moved up before.
And you guys knew each other from a frat, right?
Yes, we were in the same fraternity, and
that fraternity is what?
Sigma Phi Epsilon.
Okay, and you also knew my buddy Alex Preddy that I went to high school with.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and Hunter Resney was in that fraternity as well too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, was it also Jake Drinkwater too?
Yeah, he was
really?
there. Yeah.
Wow, so those are all guys I went to high school with.
Yeah, and Chad Kroger from Nickelback was there.
Okay, and Kenny Rogers as well.
Kenny Rogers and Kenny Powers.
Oh, Kenny. It's Kenny Powers.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Everybody was there.
Everybody.
Bob Dylan was on the scene. Just starting out, young guy. Lenny Bruce was there.
Lenny Bruce, that's crazy, man.
But no, it was like my second 2 years of college. Like I didn't really like frat as hard. Like I still get fucked up and drink and do coke and stuff. But I like didn't. like wasn't as involved with the fraternity. Like I'd go on like a function here and there, but I was not like as invested in fraternity life because I was like, like. So my second 2 years of college, I was just doing not a ton of stand up, but I'd probably do like 4 spots a week or something like that.
Well, there's only so much you can do in Tallahassee. It's not a big scene.
Well, and that's where Dan was a genius. Dan's like one of the most motivated people I've met in my fucking life, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna set up like a show over here. We're gonna run shows over here.
Oh, he ran shows?
Yeah. Dude, I remember one day we just went to like all these different bars, and we just kept like asking them like, hey, can we run a comedy show here? And then he found something that worked, and so yeah, we ran a couple like good shows. I don't know if we ran like one together, and then like we got banned.
Why?
Tech Johnson went on stage and was just like, fuck, I forgot whoever the football coach was, but he was like, fuck that guy. And then they were just like, it was so dumb because it was in a college area too, and they were like, yeah, no, it was inappropriate. And we're like,
we know girls get raped and guys do blow in the bathroom, but
yeah.
Don't talk about the football coach.
Yeah, it was so fucking stupid. And the first one went well, and we were all cursing and using bad language. But then, like, if something goes wrong, people are like, "Well, now it's bad." But
right.
Yeah, no, I mean, we had Birds, which was like a great room. It was like this oyster bar that would just run these shows, and it was
Birds,
like
Aphrodisiac, Oyster Shack.
Yep.
I love that place.
I mean, it'd be like you do the open mic there, and it was like a booked open mic because you could only sign up every couple weeks, so you'd have to get there like 2 weeks before and sign up. So like, but like the open mic would have like 80 people at it sometimes, and it was like,
no, it's a sick room. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was just like
I still do.
But then I'd go back to Orlando and I'd do shows there over the holidays and stuff, and that was so, dude. I mean, I remember just the fucking fire, and the fire comes back and forth. Like I never don't like stand up, but sometimes you get bored because you don't have any new material, or you just get kind of stagnant and comfortable. But like some of the ways I used to work were like insane, dude. I remember during COVID, I drove like, I think it was like 9 total hours one day just to go do different open mics. I would just call random bars. I'd be like, do you guys still run an open mic? They're like, yeah, it's music, but you can do stand-up here. So I just drive to fucking the middle of nowhere.
And this is in Florida?
Yeah, and this is like when the whole world is shut down, and I'm driving like literally in the middle of nowhere. I think it's easier to, like, when you're not getting booked at all, it's easier to, like, grind super hard. But then you get booked a lot, and then you just get kind of comfortable. But now that I'm broke, I'm back in the grinding hard mindset.
Right.
Like, now I'm like, okay, let's... But sometimes you just need a little wake-up, and you're like...
But you're not going to do open mics like you once did, because they're kind of like... To me, they're almost pointless now.
Well, it would just make way more sense for me to, like, hang out at comedy clubs I'm trying to get into and, like, book myself on the road and, like, do stuff like that and social media. So it's like, yeah, there is a, like, it makes less sense. I mean, I don't think it makes no sense for me to do one here and there just because, like, some of those open micers might run cool shows.
Right.
And it's just good to be in the scene because sometimes people just don't see you if they're, like, New York scene is so big that there's people that, like, there's literally another Michael Good there and we've never...
Yes, me and Eve Ellenbogen was talking about that. And she's like, the nice Michael Good or the mean one? And I'm like, what?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm the
You're
mean...
the nice one. No, you're the nice one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wish you said the funny one and then
no, she didn't say...
No, he's funny too, which I'm happy about. I got weird about it, but I was like, I'm kind of happy because I'm like, if that guy wasn't funny, that would suck if he was just going around town like bombing.
Yeah, Michael Good sucks.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
You run around with my fucking name, disrespecting my fucking name.
Yeah, you got my... Fuck you, bro.
Hey, Lucian here.
But he also, like... We're at the same... We're both in New York, so we've had issues where, like... I'm doing a show in Midtown, and I was, like, heading downtown. They're like, oh, you're on the next show. I'm like, no, I'm downtown. They're like, no, it says you're on the next show. And I'm like, what? And I was like, double check. And they're like, oh, it's actually the other Michael Good. And I'm like, yeah. So it does get a little confusing. I always wonder if maybe he gets some of my spots and I get some of his. But he's Michael P. Good because I was there first. But, yeah, I mean, everything with all this, like, financial stress I've been under, I'm like, dude, I'm going to go to New York when I get back, and I'm going to hang out at the stand, like, twice a week and hang out other places and just try to fucking, any way I can, just be around comedians constantly and really try to, like, move shit forward because I'm like...
It's all you can do, really.
Yeah.
What the fuck is it like? Like, how often are you rubbing shoulders with, like, big names in New York, It must have been, like, great when you were, like, a younger lad. Like, you must have been, like, so mind-blown being like, yo, there's Louis C.K. and...
Yeah, it was...
Oh, this is David Tell. Oh, please tell that story about David Tell real quick.
Which one?
That. The one about seeing him on the outside of the cellar.
No, that's not my story. Oh, no, with my girlfriend at the time?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I was walking by, and he's just, like, on a flip phone, like, sitting on the stairs, and, like, looks like a homeless guy. And I remember looking at her, I'm like, that's literally one of the greatest comedians alive right now.
I know.
that guy.
I remember you telling me, you're like, yeah, you thought thought he was like a homeless man, and then like you took like a double look, and you're like, that's David Tell.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And he's dude, my favorite thing, I saw him, because I used to go to the Stand a lot during COVID, and they, the funniest thing fucking happened. It was like, I saw him walk in one time and just put all of his groceries just on like an audience member's table and just like go on stage.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was just so casual. He just did that.
And didn't even like apologize?
No, I mean, he's just like so like, I don't know. And then I don't think he's like trying to be a dick. I think he's just like, here's a table, here are my groceries.
Really? I like that.
Yeah, well then like he the funniest shit, he's like playing his recorder. He has like a little flute that he
Yeah.
does in between jokes and stuff. And then this guy gets up to go to the bathroom. He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Have you seen this one before?" Which is so fucking funny. It's so funny when you have like a fucking recorder, like you're doing something so different.
You know, I really wonder about him. Have you ever seen him with a lady ever?
No, but I assume he does. Like, I don't know.
Like, how does that man just be so content with?
Well, I think people don't realize that guy's had like 5 TV shows. Like, he was just like doing more like mainstream shit in like the early 2000s, and then I think his mom's sick or something. So like he
Right.
like is taking care of his mom, and I don't think a guy, he doesn't even have a manager anymore. I think
Really?
I think a guy like that's just like, yeah, no,
Well, who the hell books all his gigs?
maybe he has an agent or like you can just get a, what do you call it, like an assistant.
Oh, okay.
Like a manager, I think is like more big. Manager's like big picture.
Okay.
Like managers, like, we're gonna move this, we're gonna do that, bigger deal stuff. I think an agent's more like, oh, I can get you like a TV audition or something.
What's like the craziest lineup you've seen in New York, or like
Craziest what?
a crazy lineup that you've been on in New York?
Uh,
You're like, this is insane, bro. I can't believe I'm doing this right now.
I mean, I think it's like, it's less of that. I mean, it's more of like normally the shows I'm doing, there's like 1 or 2 big names on it.
Right.
So it's like, you do a bunch of shows and Mark Norman's in the lineup, but you don't really see him because he's going up early. You're going to play.
But like
And
Michael
sometimes-
Good 9 years ago when he started crying to his dad on the phone at Austin's Coffee.
That's such a good point. I remember like the first show I did where Ari Shaffir was in the lineup. I was like, dude, I like drunkenly DM'd this guy one time and was like, dude, because he has this whole thing where he sits down for 4 hours at the Comedy Store and gives like really good advice.
Yes, I do remember that. Yeah.
And the first time I got booked on a show with him, I'm in a group chat on Instagram, and I'm like, oh fuck, is he gonna like see that message or whatever? But
He's probably chill. I mean, he is chill as fuck. He's a very he's a comics comic. He gets it. Like,
Yeah, totally. And also, every bigger name, like, has what do you call it? Like, every bigger name, they all have their stories of embarrassing themselves in front of bigger comedians. Like, when I was barking, like, Shane would come up and talk to me sometimes, and that's when he like just got an SNL, and
for a second there, I thought we missed an exit. Sorry.
oh, you're good.
I'm like, I don't remember taking this way.
But I remember when I first moved there, it was crazy because you're just seeing all these people from TV. You're like, holy shit, that's like fucking Kevin Hart. That's like Amy Schumer. That's like all these people. You're kind of like just mindful.
Oh, you'd still run into Kevin Hart down there?
Yeah, I mean, well, you more like you see them walking down the street. Like, I remember
Yeah.
I met Dave Chappelle at like fucking. There's like, he would like sometimes like take over the stand, not like with guns and stuff, but like he would just go in like and run like an after party after shows, and I went to an after party one time, and it's like at like 1 a.m. I just like met Dave Chappelle, and then
Michael Good, how you doing?
that's about as far as the conversation went. That's basically what it was. But I mean,
how you doing, Mr. White Man?
yeah, it's still like a cool thing, and you're like, I don't know. I think now I thought I'd be further along than I am now, but also like you're still like, hey, you don't really know anything. Like when you start, so you're like, okay, this would be sick. I think I will be successful, but I don't know. And then you're like, oh, this is what I want. Like when I was a kid, this would have been really impressive to me that I met all these people and I chose all these people because I'd watch like their Comedy Central like half hours and stuff, and I would be like,
Yeah,
oh.
you'd be freaking mind blown.
Yeah, I was like, this is crazy. And then but some of those are kind of funny because I also realized too, like those used to be shot at the Knitting Factory. And then Hannibal Buress bought that place. I did like an open mic there once, but Hamilverse bought that place, and you're like, oh, this isn't like as big as everybody thinks. Like you think it's this ginormous like theater, and like I have a couple friends that did like Tubi specials, and I watched it and I was like kind of jealous. I was like, damn, that's like, you know, it's not like it doesn't mean anything, but I'm also like, oh, that's so cool that they got to do a special with this theater full of people.
What do you mean they shot a lot of stuff in the Knitting Factory? What?
That's where like they used to do the Comedy Central half hours.
Really?
Yeah, and like other Comedy Central shows, they'd film a lot at the Knitting Factory, which is like a bar.
What time frame are we talking?
Like from fucking, if I were to guess, I could be totally off, but like from 2010 to like 16.
Okay, so this isn't like we're not talking like the Jim Gaffigan.
No.
Comedy Central Presents.
I mean, maybe. Let me see. Where was Comedy Central Presents film?
And you said Hannibal Buress bought the Knitting Factory?
Yeah, but then it closed down. Where?
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Also, for anyone that cares, I'm making a pit stop in Abbott, Texas, Willie Nelson's old hometown. I've been messing with these controls the whole time, too. I don't know if it's too loud or too quiet. I don't know.
Oh, I'm way off on this.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm way off.
Okay.
So, the Royal in Boston was one, and then that was from like 2012 to 15.
Uh-huh.
And then the Civic Theater in New Orleans was season 5, but then in 2021, specific Comedy Central Sam Presents were filmed at the Knitting Factory. Okay.
So wait, they would film a lot of stuff at the...
That's in like 2021, so
Okay.
I guess I was way off with that.
When did I first meet you? Was the first time I met you the first time I did your podcast?
I'm trying to think. No, first time I met you was at some bar downtown. I think it was during COVID.
It was during COVID when I first met you.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember because I recently just listened back to the... Is this recording?
Hello?
Yeah, it is. I was listening back to I was like on like the 7th episode of your podcast, Morning Good.
Yeah, that was COVID, dude. That was like so fun. You, me, and Paxton just did it.
Well,
like,
I thought I was so special. I thought I was so cool.
Because I was not going to release any other episodes? You thought?
No, I was just like, oh, dude, like I'm like a year or something into comedy, a year and some change into comedy, and I don't know. I thought it was very cool that I was doing a podcast. I felt very special, and you could hear how I was like talking shit on the pod. I was like, yeah, I'm here, bro. I'm really here. I was like drunk too. I was like,
yeah.
I was really feeling myself, and the episode was called Tony Goes Bananas. I probably sound like a complete idiot the whole time, but.
Well, that is the great thing you learn. It's like I listen to old episodes, and I'm like, oh, I got way better at this thing. Like, today I'm like a little hungover and trying to figure my shit out. So I'm not really thinking about. I'm kind of just having a conversation right now. So
there's no pressure on this. There's nothing.
Yeah, but in general, I've just gotten way better at doing podcasting, and that's just from doing it for like a while. And it's like, I didn't even put mine on YouTube until like 2 years ago. Because I just didn't even think people did that, and then it totally changed. It was like, no, everybody listens to podcasts on YouTube. I was like, shit, okay. And
you mean just like the audio too?
I put none of it on there.
Well, mine's on my audio is on YouTube. Like it goes on the YouTube because they have like a podcast.
Yeah, no, you should.
Yeah, I mean, I put it up everywhere I can put it up. I don't care.
Yeah, no,
right?
It just makes sense, and you just get way more views on YouTube. You get way more listeners that way.
Okay.
I just didn't do that for like the longest time. Then I was like, wait, why the fuck did I not do this? Like once I started putting on YouTube, I was like, oh shit, and it's all over the place. Like we used to get some that were, like I think my most is like one with like 30,000 views or something like that.
Oh really?
Yeah, but then it drops off dramatically.
How did you get? You got a one with 30,000 views?
Yeah, I think one like a year ago got that. But it's also
who was the guest?
Luca Farah, who's not like a giant, but I think also like what happened was for one, I was more consistent. For two,
that's insane, Michael. 30,000 is good, man.
Yeah, now it's like the last ones are like 700, 900.
Dude, that's still incredible. Do you realize that that's still pretty good, right?
I didn't know. Well,
no,
to be fair, a lot of these guys are foot fetish guys, but I think half of them are foot fetish, half of them are.
Who cares? But that's like.
So if you really don't know, I do my podcast, and sometimes I don't wear shoes. Sometimes I do. I'm never like purposely pandering to them when podcasting. But sometimes they like this one was from a year ago with it was just a no feet in the view, and it's like 281, and then one after that is 2.4 thousand.
That's insane. How did you? Didn't Patty put you onto this foot fetish thing?
Yeah. So I just did my podcast one time did Patty's podcast, and all the comments were like feet stuff. So my producer, and I don't go in being like, this is a foot fetish podcast. I just like, my producer will occasionally thumbnail it while my foot's on the table. And that one will just happen to get more views than other ones. But I think either way, the algorithm pushes it so like other people just watch it. Like I don't think it's just, because I did that one, I think it was probably a year ago, and it was like pretty, I think it was like 30,000 was the most I got on one. It's literally just, 29,000 views. But that's how he clipped it. So like my feet are like in the frame of the thing. So
are you serious?
733 likes, yeah. But I never want my podcast to be. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I fucking sold some guy a picture of my feet the other day because I'm broke, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna get $50.
Who? Why? Who is buying that?
Dude, just buy it. This guy told me he's like, I'll pay you to just take a selfie next time you eat a salad.
What?
Yeah, I have no idea, dude.
What
this is something I tried to put off for so long. I was like, I don't want to send people pictures of my feet. I don't want to do this. And then I was just like, whatever.
It just boggles my mind. I'm just like, what does an individual even do with that?
Jerk off to it.
They masturbate to that?
Yeah, it's weird. Well, people started commenting like
fuck?
timestamps on my podcast. I thought that's when like a really funny joke happened. I realized this is where they fucking came.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's a very, very odd thing. I don't know. Yeah. But
wait, so you think most of those views that, like, the 30,000 videos are from these foot fetish individuals?
I don't know, because somebody looked into my analytics and he's like, no, he's like 50% of your views are from feet, 50% of views. Because people will take a podcast and put it on a playlist, and so other people can see it. So like people have channels and they'll take other podcasts, and I guess some people put mine in the foot stuff, but then other people just put it on comedy channels.
Okay.
A really good idea I want to do is start doing a 24-hour one, like. You could set up like a separate channel that's just 24-hour your podcast running live, so people can just randomly tune in to just episodes of it.
God, the limits on this are crazy. Speak real quick.
Hello.
Yeah, sometimes it's so low and then sometimes it's so high.
But podcasting it's just fucking fun, dude. I like always had like such a good time doing it, and I'm like, I do think it's like stand-up where you gotta take a break here and there. Not like a crazy break, but like I think I need to take like a week off of podcasting at some point to kind of just reset, because I'm like I have like no new opinions or thoughts on anything.
Well, dude, I mean, sometimes I've been stockpiling a lot of recordings, and sometimes I'll do like 4 in a week, and I'm like, my mind is wandering so much in episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not it's easy for me because I'm just like, basically mine are interview podcasts, so like I don't have to be there. I can just ask questions and let them ramble, which is the best podcast in my opinion. I like hearing a person's story. I genuinely just like asking who, what, where, when, and why to the individual 20 different ways, and then they just lay it all out for me.
Yeah. No, that is.
But it would be. I know what you're saying. You got to really be. If you're like a riff guy, you got to be so in tuned and so locked in
And a rant guy. I feel like I'm not like a rant as in,
like,
you know what I got a problem with? It's not like that, but sometimes I just like go on like long tangents, and I'm like, I actually don't have a lot of new opinions on anything besides Harry and the Hendersons, which I'm like more of that.
Which we did watch last night at the Motel 8.
Yeah, so Harry and the Hendersons is like E.T. I guess it's made by the same studio, but if the family found a Sasquatch instead. So, yeah, that's just the movie. And the makeup is mind-blowing, dude. I was like, the makeup looks so good. Like, that looks like It
does look really well.
Yeah, I'm like, that's like what a Sasquatch would look like. I don't know how you do a Sasquatch better than that. Like, his mouth is moving, his nose is moving, he's going, okay. Yeah. I don't believe in Sasquatches because I'm like, there's only like one Bigfoot. Like, there'd be like he'd have like an uncle and shit. You know what I mean? Like, he'd have a dad, he'd have like a grandma Bigfoot.
Yeah, you make a great point. There wouldn't just be one.
Yeah, that's not how like populations reproduce. So there'd have to be like a population of big feet.
Speaking of Mr. Joe Rogan, didn't he believe in
No. So he had a show called Joe Rogan Questions Everything, and part of it was he went looking for big. So he would go looking for things that people said was like. It was on Spike TV, which not a channel anymore. Neither is Sci-Fi, which is so funny because the channel guide in the hotel, like the printed out thing, still had Sci-Fi on there. Still had all these things that like aren't even channels anymore.
Yeah, what an odd hotel.
Yeah, the lady in the front was fucking awesome, dude.
That lady ruled. I would love hearing her say, "I love Cat Williams so much."
Yeah, she's like, he's too dirty for my mom, but I think he's great.
Boy, is his mouth just too foul for my mama, but boy, I put him in my pussy. I take him everywhere I go. I put him in my little pocket.
He's a little man. I like to have him
And he's
inside
just
me.
so short and so funny. I love Cat Williams so much.
And then she went fucking, my favorite thing is where she just goes, I don't know if this is true because you can't believe everything you see on the internet, but I was seeing something that apparently Ellen DeGeneres eats human flesh, and that's just where I draw the line.
You don't know what and then she goes, you don't know what you can believe on the internet, but, I mean.
I was like, you don't know that, but that's probably one you could probably say it's safe to say it's not true.
Yeah, I don't know. We could check the one on that, which it kind of blew my, because she was also talking about Louis Black, too, and I'm like, this lady, like, wow.
Yeah, she likes stand-up.
You're the last person I would have thought to say Louis Black in Greenville, Texas, and Cat Williams, which Cat Williams is pretty huge, but.
Yeah, but I think it was a TikTok thing. Like, she was like, I watch them all on TikTok. And you just assume those people don't even know what TikTok is. Not know what it is, but you assume, like, old people don't go on TikTok, but they watch Facebook videos. They watch all kinds of stuff. It's like they're not, like, following Instagram, like, the way. They just missed Instagram. Like, those people aren't watching stand-up on Instagram. They're just doing Facebook or TikTok, which is weird. Because Instagram's my biggest, like, watch thing. I don't really watch TikToks. Like, I'll post them, but I don't like the app.
I'm trying to get off of the. I find myself wasting too much time sometimes.
Yeah. One thing I want to figure out too is like I'm really stressed about money and all this stuff, and I realize my thought process is not clear when I'm stressed though. I can't be, because every little task when you're fucking stressed out feels exhausting.
Yeah.
So I'm actually being less productive by being this stressed. So I need to fucking not.
You got to find a way to.
I'm so glad we did do fucking shrooms today, dude. I was like, I should do shrooms, and I'm like, dude, that would have been.
Who was planning on doing shrooms?
You had the bag, and I was like, oh, I'll do them.
Oh yeah, because I left them out in the living room because I'm giving up on.
Yeah, so I was like,
drugs
oh,
at the
Sunday
moment.
I'll do shrooms, and then I was like, I am the most stressed I've been today in like forever. So that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I can't believe I used to dose my mind with so much just drugs all the time. It was really kind of counterintuitive now that I look back at it, thinking that it takes the edge off when really it adds a lot of the edge. Now that I realize.
Oh yeah.
Maybe for some people it takes the edge off, but there's this idea that like weed is like, hey man, let her good times flow, let her rhythm, it's all good. But when I smoke weed, it's like you're a loser. You're not gonna do anything. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It attacks you. It's a bully, and it does not take the edge off for me at all.
It's maybe the meanest bully. My brain on weed has said way meaner things than any person has to me as a human being.
Oh my god! It's not even like it bullies me, but it just revs up an engine in my mind, and it spins the thoughts so quickly and so fast that I'm just like, and my heart just pumps so quick, and I'm like, okay, this is I've had like psychosis, weed-induced psychosis.
What was that like?
Buddy, I've taken psychedelics. I felt like I was legitimately taking like 4 hits of acid. I felt like I was slipping into another realm. I could feel like the disassociation is so immense. I mean, you look at your hands and it's like I can't articulate exactly what the feeling is, but like, do you know when you play Call of Duty or World of, like, and you're that, all you can see is that hands, and you feel like you're in a video game in a way. Like,
yeah, it's probably depersonalization too. Depersonalization is when you kind of don't feel like you know yourself, or you feel like you're just kind of like walking around in something else. Like
it's so strange. I can get it time to time where I just look like right now. I can almost kind of feel it a little bit, where the sun has to like hit the perfect way. It just looks, it's weird to me. It's very strange. I can't explain it well, but like, and I remember like I smoked weed before a job that I was going to, a job site, and I was listening to a Willie Nelson song, and it just hit me like this huge wave of like, I felt like I was on acid, and I called one of my coworkers, and I was like, dude, I'm about to call the cops. I'm about to call 911. I'm freaking the fuck out. And he's like, hey, fool, you're fucking tripping right now. You're going crazy right now. He's like, what the fuck did you smoke?
Crazy, bro, dude.
And I was like, yeah, I'm going fucking crazy. So.
Well, the thing with smoking weed, though, it doesn't last that long. So, like, I'll get weed panic attacks, but then it's done in, like, 30 minutes. I'm still high for longer.
Yeah.
But, dude, those used to feel like such... Weed actually used to be way more psychedelic. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the kind of weed I'm smoking, but it used to feel so psychedelic. And now I smoke it. It's, like, similar to alcohol in a sense where it doesn't have that same... Like, it's still a little bit psychedelic, but... Dude, we would smoke pot. You know, to be fair, also, like, now I just smoke pot before bed. But, like, when I was a kid, we would, like, smoke pot and ride longboards around the neighborhood. And that was kind of like a crazy adventure, dude.
It's incredible.
Yeah, you just smoke pot, and then, like, Florida's beautiful, so you're just, like, you know, you're just looking at different houses and all this crazy shit, and then you're going in the woods or on trails and stuff, and you're like, everything felt like such a fucking, like, you just go to get Gatorade, and it would feel like a fucking giant journey. Like this,
Dude.
This is what it would feel like. This 4-hour car ride would feel like just going to the store.
Dog, it was so sick. I'm not gonna lie. Smoking weed with Foster Kierfot in 10th grade, and you'd be like, whoa, this is insane. You know, I just remember, like, taking that first hit with him and, like, being like, oh, man, this is crazy. You know, like,
Yeah, it was kind of fucking, it was so nuts. And then it was like, just the, I actually had the opposite where weed used to make me freak out more than it does now. Now, because I go to therapy a lot, I know how to manage panic attacks. If I smoke pot and get a panic attack,
well, what's the best way to manage a panic attack?
Through. You got to go.
What?
You got to go into it. Your brain, when you're freaking out, if you try to avoid panic attacks,
Okay.
it usually just goes like, you feel more powerless because you're realizing how not in control you are.
Okay.
So if you can purposely try to give yourself a worse panic attack, it'll peak and then go down because you've already made yourself. Your biggest fear is like, what if this gets worse? What if this gets worse? But if you just make it worse, you just kind of go through it, and you actually feel more control because you're actually now the one inducing the panic attack and you're not avoiding it. Like, there's nothing with avoiding where you're avoiding something, so you feel powerless, but you feel more power if you go. Like, I would be in New York, I'd smoke pot since I have a panic attack, and I would blast dark death metal into my ears, like at full volume. So it's just like, and my brain would just be like, this is intense at first, and then eventually I'd start laughing and be like, this is crazy. Because also, like, sometimes the absurdity will all make you laugh. You're like, yes, no, I'm going to die, and then, you know, everybody I know and love is going to die, and then we're all going to be skeletons. And
when's the last time you had a panic attack?
Right now I'm having one.
Are you really a little bit?
Yeah, I think I'm just, like, a little hungover and, like, stressed about money.
Are you serious having a panic attack right now?
Yeah, this whole podcast.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Would you have rather not to do this podcast?
No, this is fun. This
Okay.
take me out. Talking about things is helpful, but yeah, no, but right now I haven't been able to, like, give myself more panic attacks, so it's kind of like going in and out. But also, like, you got to do a mix of, like, trying to go into it and then also, like, distracting yourself a little bit. Sometimes if you just distract your brain a little bit, it's like a little bit, but you can't only try to distract yourself. You got to, like, try to give yourself a worse panic attack and then just kind of, like.
I thought you were going to say something like splash water on your face or.
No.
Breathing exercises really slows my heart rate down.
Interesting.
Like when my mom showed me how to, like, do the, you know, in through your nose, hold it 5 seconds, out for like 5 seconds. It's because my heart rate would get up like crazy, so it really slows your heart rate down. Do you need to take a phone call with your dad?
No, I just gotta answer this one text.
Yeah, answer your text message. Oh, my good buddy Michael Good, coming from Greenville, Texas, back to Austin, Texas. Are you a fan of Willie Nelson at all?
I like the song "On the Road Again."
Oh, yeah, it's like that's just the tip of the iceberg for Mr. Willie Nelson.
Sorry, I'm texting my.
No, you're fine. Text him away.
Long distance situationship. I mean, that's not the best way to describe it.
No, it's the love of your life. I heard you talking in the Motel 8. It's the love of your life at the moment. It may not be for the rest of your life, but
yeah, no, she is.
You really like her right now. I could tell. I
love her. Yeah, we're in love, but we're in different countries.
Which I was trying to pass out, and part of me was like, "Bro."
I thought you were totally asleep. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Well, I was asleep, and you'd be screaming on the phone.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty fucking loud. Yeah. No, it's pretty fucking, yeah, no, I met a woman from Ireland that I love, and then we're in 2 different countries.
I was trying to hear her accent. I couldn't hear it that well.
Oh, it's heavy, dude.
Oh, you go from hi to low. Michael. Michael, aren't you a little faggot, aren't you? Oh, Michael.
You're a little gay boy.
Oh, you're a little gay boy.
You're a little gay boy. She's Michael
Oh,
Good.
you like to do the stand-up comedy, don't you?
The stand-up comedy, don't you?
Oh.
She's like Craig Ferguson. No, he's Scottish, isn't he? I think he's Scottish.
Why don't you go over there and tell your jokes? Tell your jokes about having sex with transgender.
Wait, let me.
Oh, Michael, fuck me harder.
There's a drip.
Oh, Michael, your penis is so small, but it feels good inside me.
Sorry, I gotta tell her we're podcasting.
No, it's all right. There can be dead air in this.
What's up? Yeah.
I want to talk about. I want to talk about growing up in, because we're from the same hometown area.
Yeah.
I went to Lake Brantley High School. You went to Winter Park. You're the class of what, 2015?
2015.
I'm the class of 2016 at Lake Brantley. Lake Brantley is like, we're in the same county. It's a suburb, like northern suburbs of Orlando. I mean, it's kind of both affluent areas. I would say that Winter Park is, can I?
Yeah.
I would say that Winter Park is, which I can replenish you on one of those. Winter Park's a little more affluent than my hometown area, but it's still wealthy. Like we come from rather good backgrounds.
Great ones, dude. We're like,
You know how lucky I didn't realize like how good of a fucking neighborhood I grew up in until like I lived in the places like in Austin. Like, dude, Wekiva Springs is like such a nice neighborhood. It's unreal.
Dude, Wekiva's. I mean, the springs are beautiful too. Like I won't defend all of Florida, but I will defend it's beautiful.
No, it's dude. I've traveled enough of the world to know that Florida, first of all, it's the home of the most springs in the world. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
The most springs in the world. Do you want to know where the biggest spring in the world is?
Is Wekiva Springs?
No, it's Wacola Springs, Florida State. Did you ever go to Wacola?
Yes, dude. We did.
That's the biggest spring in the world. That's where
me and my ex's first date was at the Springs.
Yeah, at Wacola Springs.
I don't know if it was Wacola, but it was like we went to one. It was
Did they shoot the Loch Ness or the creature from the Black Lagoon there?
Oh, maybe is that true?
Yeah, they filmed scenes of the creature from the Black Lagoon at Wacola Springs.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
Well, my mom is just, my grandmother bought a house there in the 70s. So, like, I would always go to Crawfordville and go to Wacola Springs. And I traveled the world, and I was like, because I love going to the Springs. It's one of my favorite places in the world.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And there's not that many springs. It's kind of rare to have springs everywhere because they're just all over Florida.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up. I'm like, what state has what place has the most springs in the world? And it goes, boom, Florida. And I'm like, what's the biggest spring in the world? It goes, boom, Wacola Springs. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah,
right
it's
now?
right there. Yeah,
It's unreal.
Yeah, it's like, and it's just so beautiful, man. It's like
It's really dude. It's unbelievably beautiful.
Have you been to Silver Springs? That's a really cool one.
Unbelievable, so great.
They have monkeys there. Did you see the monkeys?
They have monkeys in Wekiva Springs too.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I don't know how they got there, but it was from something they were filming that a couple had got loose and then they started
reproducing.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I mean, they might be gone by now, but like there was like a couple feral monkeys in Wekiva Springs.
Yeah, I know Silver Springs. I thought it was from Tarzan. Maybe that's the one that was up there. But Silver Springs, they used to have a lot of like fairs that would come around. So I guess like some monkeys got loose from a fair, and just there's a literal wild monkey population. And I guess there is in Wakulla too, or Wekiva. But yeah, Silver Springs, you go, and I missed them last time I was there. But apparently, when I was a kid, my parents would went, and there were the monkeys just jumping on the boat.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, well, and it's like they have a weird strain of herpes. It's apparently really bad if they bite you, but can't get it twice. So, I only have one as far as I know. But
for spring, did you guys do spring breaking like in high school? Where would you go? Would you go to Daytona?
No, we go to New Smyrna. But wait, I do want to finish this real quick.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. So they have glass bottom boat tours, and you get glass kayaks.
Yeah.
So they're not. I think the kayaks aren't actually made out of glass. They're made out of like a plastic, so you can see below you all the fish and stuff like
right,
that. And it's
right.
like Silver Springs is like beautiful fish.
Beautiful.
So many. You're seeing all these alligators and stuff. They have like just so much wildlife. Like Florida just has so many crazy wild animals. It's like I was probably like 4 feet away from like a ginormous alligator with my mom, and we're just like, it just looks so cool to see him like swimming around.
Yeah,
stuff.
people think we're so badass too because we're like, because I mean I was swimming at Wekiva Springs recently, and there was this Jewish couple, and they had they were petrified to go in the water. There's like, are there gators in this water? And I'm like,
Yeah.
first of all, yes, there is, but like, no. But like, that gator's more scared of you than it is.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not going to do anything to you.
No. And I think there's a lot of like, a lady will get eaten by a gator, but it's always the same story. It's always like her little dog got eaten by the gator, and you try to save it, which is so stupid. It's like at that point, you got to walk away and start thinking of new dog names.
First of all, though, if you get gators, like, they're not that big. Like, even the biggest gator is fucking. I mean, he's gonna take a good bite of me, but like, buddy, you ain't eating me. You're not gonna eat me, brother. I think we forget sometimes that we're fucking animals too. Like, yeah. Gator's a machine, but like, I'm a fucking machine too. Like, I'm gonna fuck this gator up just as much as I'm gonna fucking poke its eyes out or something. Do anything.
Yeah, there's got to be a way to.
It's the gator roll. You got to go with the roll.
Interesting.
Do you know about this?
So I know what the gator roll is. So for those who don't know, explain it.
If the gator bites you, you do not try to fight the roll. You go with the roll because it will do these spins in the water, and if you go against it, you'll break. Like, it's gonna break your arm or something. But go with the fucking roll. You gotta roll with the roll, and once that roll stops, just poke your fucking eyes in that gator. I don't know if gators have do something, do anything. I think the most vulnerable part on the gator would be its eyes. Poke your fucking eye. Poke the goddamn eyes.
Or just start fingering it, try to show it a good time.
Yeah, maybe be a little sensual.
Yeah, give it a little
Get
kiss.
a little sexual with the gator.
Yeah.
Gator, you ain't never had a brother like this before.
Oh my God, just a fucking pimp.
Hey, let me slow it down for you 1 second, Gator. Let a brother serenade your soul for a second. You and the gator just start making sweet love in the water.
Well, they got fucking cloacas. They have a vagina like device kind of thing.
Cloaca?
Yeah, a cloaca. It means they shit, piss, and come out of the same thing.
Are you serious?
That's what a cloaca is. I'm not sure if it's called a cloaca. That's what's on birds, but on dinosaurs, I think it's like, or no, I was thinking platypuses have a cloaca. Man, some shit has a cloaca.
Perry the platypus.
Perry the platypus. But it's basically like a vagina, and then you finger it, and you find out if it has a penis or vagina. Because I saw Steve Irwin do this once.
Oh, okay.
But dude, spring break was fucking sick. We'd all go. Would you guys go to New Smyrna?
We would go to Daytona, like with the boys. You know, like we would stay at the Ocean Walk.
Okay, nice.
Like I'm talking about, like in high school. You know, like the whole freaking high school seemed to be like there at Ocean Walk. So it'd be like, oh, you know, like you got your boys there. You're running to Justin Delahose. You're running to Swells. You're running, like, everyone's getting the freaking room at Ocean Walk.
That's sick, dude. Yeah,
but New Smyrna rules too. I love New Smyrna.
Yeah, we do New Smyrna, and that would be like, there's one spring break where every high school had the same spring break. It was my 10th grade year, and it was like, because they normally intentionally try to time it at different times, so not all the kids are like hanging out and like destroying the town.
Okay.
So like, they one year though, it was like the constellation, like everything just, I don't know if that's the right word, but everything just lined up. So like it was like Winter Park, Trinity, Lake Highland, all the Orlando schools had the same spring break. I think Brantley may have had it too, and it was just nuts, dude. Kids were just fighting on the beach, like, just parties were fucking insane, just shit getting like fucking destroyed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I had a funny Daytona trip though. We went to Daytona one time in college, and we ride all the way to the hotel, and then the hotel is fucking closed. Or no, it was, I booked the wrong week.
Okay.
Then my buddy had some points at La Quinta Inn, so he just like got us like a free hotel somewhere else. And
you weren't punching the steering wheel when you figured out you booked the wrong week?
No. I was just like, well, I learned something new. This is a learning experience. And it was so fucking crazy, dude. I was like, we did a bunch of blow and shit, and then like
sick.
We got stopped. I got stopped by the cops, and I just was coked out of my skull, and like all these, like, I guess they just saw people that looked like us, and we they're like, a bunch of people were wearing black shirts and stealing, so we got to stop all you guys. And we stopped them, and they're like shining their lights in our eyes. And it was also bike week, so it was like fucking crazy, because like one of my friends who's in jail now, he took my dad's, because I borrowed like my dad's rental car or something like that, and he took that, went to a hotel room, banged a hooker he met on Backpage, came back with a bunch of Xanax, and then he came back with this guy who was literally, imagine just Hagrid from Harry Potter. like just a giant bearded man with
Yeah.
all these fucking skull rings on. And he goes, dude, he also went to Florida State University. So this old guy is just being completely silent and like drinking Evan Williams in the corner while we're like trying to pregame with chicks.
What the fuck?
And I was like, dude, I don't care if he went to Florida State. I also don't think he did. And
Yeah, he's also like, I mean, you guys are underage, right?
no. Yeah, probably. We were probably like 19 then because it was freshman year
Okay.
of
I
college.
mean, that's still very weird.
Dude, it was terrifying. I was like, this guy's just, and the girls were freaked out because like the guy said like 2 words. He just looked like Hagrid from Harry Potter, like a ginormous biker guy with a big beard and long
Ugh,
hair.
what the hell?
Yeah.
And with that, remember that house you took me back to? When I crashed at your place?
Was that the
Was
townhouse?
that the same? No, this is at the. It was a very nice house in Winter Park, like right off of like Aloma, or that one. I can't remember that part of it. Was like
Like the Via Tuscany, Hal Branch.
Via Tuscany type of area. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, my parents used to live like off Via Tuscany. That was sick. We got so mad when they sold it, but it was also like they had no kids living in the house. It made like no sense.
That
for them
house
to have
was
it.
sick as fuck.
They also should have waited because they sold it during COVID and after like they sold it. If they would have sold it like 6 months later, they would have made more money because it was like everybody started moving to Orlando.
Why did I spend the night at your house that night? Was it the same night I did the podcast with you?
Maybe.
I remember you put on some show and then I passed out like immediately.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was back when I was a real good sleeper.
Yeah, no, I don't remember, but that was great. Yeah, that was my childhood home, and I guess one of the childhood homes because we moved, but like, oh, that like that whatever house you spend the most time in, you're like, that is my house. Like that is my happy place house where I like think about that place, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's where like, yeah, that was a fucking
That's my 106 East Cottesmore house.
Yes.
Wekiva Springs, shouts out.
Shouts out, dude. Well, and the best thing is my best friend used to live down the street from me, Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
And he moved to New York now, so he lives 2 blocks away from me.
No way.
Yeah, so it feels just like we'll see each other walking down the street. It feels just like childhood. Like
Oh, I love that so much.
and a lot of my friends fucking moved up there. It was great. Like I would say 2 of my best friends live in New York City now.
Really?
That aren't even comedians. They're both lawyers. And it's like it's so fucking I don't know, there's just such a homely feeling where you feel like you could still go to those people, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I still have my comedian friends, which are like, there's like a bajillion of those because it's such a big scene, but yeah, it's just nice to have a little bit of Orlando up there too. Because like sometimes you just want to like talk about a specific person. You know what I mean?
Dude.
You want to be like, did you see like so and so transition?
It calms me down so much. That's why I'm excited to go back to Orlando for a bit. Like, I can't wait to just run into the boys and be like, oh, dude, you see what this guy's doing now? It's like,
Yeah.
It is like nice. It does calm you down a lot.
Yeah, like you see this guy started doing Christian rap. Like that's always like a thing. There's some fucking funny ones, dude. There's 2 guys that I love to just make fun of. One of them does like Christian music, and the other one like does Iron Man's.
Yeah.
And he's a nice guy and all, but it's fucking some of those just hype up videos are crazy. Like it's just him like getting out of the water and like lifting weights. And, like,
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, my buddy's like, dude, you should make the exact same video, post it, and like not tag it. Like just literally frame by frame make
Just
the same
completely
video.
goofing on them.
Yeah, but it's so like subtle. My favorite thing, there's a comic in New York that do this because some comics post like shirtless ab pictures, which is so fucking gay.
Who?
It's so funny too because there are things if you do it's like the same thing where there's certain things you do to a black guy, it's cool, but as a white guy, it's like you're a gay guy, post all the thirst traps you want, but as a straight guy, it's just fucking weird to post these like. So my buddy, who's another comedian, would just story it every time a comedian would post a shirtless pic. He would story it,
Yeah.
like to make fun of him, because normally you story somebody's jokes and stuff like that. You're not gonna put on your story his shirtless picture, but he would just. I thought it was such a funny like little nod.
Straight goofing on the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I would never in my life post a fucking. It's insane. I'm also not.
You were getting fucking swole there for a while, dude.
I was, and I'm gonna go back, but yeah.
Well, swole's not the good word. You were getting very cut.
Cut. Yeah.
Your mom was very proud of you when I talked to.
Oh really?
When we did that one after we did that VFW gig, yeah, she was.
Yeah.
She loved boasting about you.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, she called me today because the funny part too is that there was the funny part. Whatever. There was we were supposed to do a gig right north of Austin, and all day yesterday we were like, dude, I wish we fucking.
Just went to Pflugerville.
Yeah, it was like the guy was like, oh, this one's further, but it's better, and it was like.
Not better.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not great, but it was just funny too because we're like, all day we're just like, oh, dude, if we would have just done that gig, and then there was like a shooting in downtown Austin, which I would have been on the street, but I'd have been, I guess, further down. But who
Well-
knows where you end up though? Sometimes you just end up. Because I, like, the other night I was at Cockfight, That's kind of like a little further south. Or further west.
I mean, no, Cockfight's like...
Still...
Yeah, it's right there, very central. It's right next to Black Rabbit.
Well, I'm going back to New York. I'm telling everybody I was part of the shooting, and I got...
Brother, I survived a shooting in Texas.
Yeah.
I was there. I caught the bullet with my teeth and spit it out.
How many of those guys do you think had a gun last night?
Not that much. On West 6, not that many.
No, I meant at the show.
The
The cop definitely has one.
I guess. She was an anomaly to me. Like,
Yeah,
the
just
amount of racist shit she was saying while being a lesbian with short hair, but also wearing a Winnie the Pooh denim,
yeah, that was
like
so funny.
long sleeve shirt. I'm just like, lady, have you looked in the fucking mirror? Like, what are you? Who do you think you are?
Was the other one the one that threw up in the trash can?
That was her girlfriend.
Yeah, girlfriend was like crying when I walked back in the room.
Yeah, she was puking in the trash can. Also, she didn't bother going to the restroom. She was just puking in the trash can that was in the showroom.
That's so.
And I just started dying laughing. Like, I was holding back my laughter because I was watching the couple that was sitting in the back, just like looking at her like with like, what is this lady doing? And I just looked at them and I just started laughing so hard because I'm like, this is hilarious.
That's so funny to get that drunk on wine. Like,
yeah.
I don't think I could get that drunk. You have to drink so much fucking wine.
Yeah, and then we went to that freaking biker bar.
Oh my god!
After
we walk in and there's two bikers. I show my ID. He's like, "Why are you showing me that?" I was like, "Okay, I guess."
He
not."
was like staring us up and down, like he wanted to ask us something, but
Yeah, that was a biker hangout.
yeah, it was.
It was like those guys. And it was a weirdly multiracial biker group. I feel like I just didn't expect that because I know there's a lot of like, I don't know. There's like a lot of like.
You'd be surprised. You see a lot of multiracial biker. Black guys love biker gangs.
No, I know that, but usually they're separate. Like, there's like, like the, what do you call them? I'm not the, like the Aztecs is like a gang, I think. Or maybe I'm just thinking of the show, Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, no, there's a lot. Like, black guys love a street glide or like a hyper glide.
Right, but I'm saying also like there's like a lot of white supremacy biker gangs. Like I've seen guys on motorcycles in Florida and they got the SS tattoos and the SS like.
What
Nazi
does the SS mean?
It's Nazis.
Oh,
so it's like
okay.
it's like the SS tattoo or he had it on like his leather jacket, but it's like they're two lightning bolt S's.
Okay.
Like have you seen that symbol? It's like two lightning bolt S's.
Of course, yeah, I've seen it for sure.
So yeah, that's like a neo-Nazi. I guess they're more than neo-Nazis now because I feel like the neo-Nazis would be the 90s. These are like the neo-Nazis. These are like the newest.
Neo-Nazis.
Yeah.
Well, Mike. Sorry, continue.
No, I was gonna say I got caught the other day on something that was kind of funny. It was like a video that was like life before Obama. And it's like playing like Blink-182, and it's like all these like white kids like doing kickflips and stuff. And there was a weird moment where they kind of got me, and I was like, "Oh, that looks sick." And I'm like, wait, that had nothing to do with Obama. That was just. But it's funny that they have to pander now to that group because like they're not going to be like, "This is what it used to be like when we lived in a good country," and like have like old timey shit. They have to now appeal to a younger generation, so they're like, "Wasn't Avril Lavigne sick?" It's like they don't want you to have Avril Lavigne.
He was a skater boy. I said, "See you later, boy."
He wasn't good.
She wasn't good enough for
But were you about to wrap it up?
I was gonna ask if you have any parting words or.
No, I'm just gonna say next time you hear me, I'm gonna be doing a lot better.
You think so?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna manage my stress a little more today and not be like fucking, yeah, because it's just not productive and I want to get shit done, so I gotta like, kind of be in a better mood.
Yeah, and I won't forget the power cord anymore. I really love doing these gigs. I think they're great stories, even if they aren't. The worst gigs always have the best stories, honestly.
Well, I do think they make you stronger, but I do think that like I just didn't do it correctly last night too. That's kind of what got me too, is I kind of just pandered a little bit and kind of like, I still talking about like banging a trans woman and shit, but I'm still like, that's pandering for me. Not like fully, but I'm like, not pandering is doing a bunch of other jokes. And sometimes it's just the way you tell a joke, where you're like asking for permission instead of like just telling them the joke. You know what I mean?
Right,
you're like,
right.
Is it cool if we do this? It's like, nah, you gotta just be like, hey, we're doing this.
Yeah, we're just doing this.
But yeah, thank you for listening. Morning Good Podcast. It's not just me showing my feet off. We just,
yeah. Yeah, listen to the Morning Good.
Follow me on Instagram, Michael Good Comedy, and thank you.
We're running up on
Abbott?
Abbott very soon. So
Home with Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson Boulevard. Here we come.
Fuck yeah.
Peace, Michael.